Hello makers and welcome back to Making with Miss Dobras. All right, this week we are going to focus on tetrahedrons. And some of you have done this before, so you should be familiar with it. And we're going to be continuing on our theme of building 3D shapes. And we're going to end the week with building some 3D shapes out of some popsicle sticks or out of any materials that you can find. So lots of building shapes this week. And I'm hoping that you'll each be able to build one of these. The first week of our class, we all had to draw this triangle pattern called Sierpinski's triangle. And this is the geometric pattern, the mathematical pattern that is the base for this structure. This is Sierpinski's pyramid. This is Sierpinski's triangle, it's two-dimensional. And this is Sierpinski's pyramid, which is three-dimensional. And it is the base for this as well. So if you keep making tetrahedrons, you can keep making your pyramid bigger and bigger. But today we're going to focus on trying to make one of these. And to do that, we need to make 4 tetrahedrons. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you need 4 to make one of these pyramids. In your art and making supply bags that you picked up from Lighthouse, there were 2 of these templates. So this is what you need today. You need 2 of these templates. And on each of these templates, there are 2 folding patterns to make tetrahedrons. So this will make 2 tetrahedrons, and you were given 2 of these. Now, if you have access to a printer or a copy machine, you can make more copies of this. Or if you have a printer, I'll send a link so that you can print some more of these. And if you want to really go big, after you make this, you can try to make Sierpinski's pyramid. But let me warn you, this pattern repeats itself forever to infinity and beyond. So if you keep making tetrahedrons, you can keep building it bigger and bigger and bigger. So we're going to start small this week, and we're going to make 4 tetrahedrons. All right, let's get to it. So we start with our template. This template is worth 2 tetrahedrons, okay? So this is enough to make 2 of those. And first things first, you want to decorate it because it's easier to decorate while it's flat and before it's cut out. So you really don't want to cut out these little tabs. And so I'm going to take a marker and just color in those tabs before I get started because I want to remind myself not to cut those off. Okay? So you may want to do that just to remind yourself not to cut those off when you do cut it out. All right, let's decorate it. All right, here we have our design. Now let's cut it out. Remember, when you're cutting it out, you want to go slow and you want to lift your scissors all the way open, and you really want to cut right in there. That's the spot that cuts the best. And so you want to go slow and open up your scissors. Go slow, open up your scissors, and just move your way down. And you're going to have to change the angle on your scissors too to cut all the different parts. Now I'm just going to cut this one out so it's a little easier, but of course I'm going to save this one because I want to make another one. Okay, so here we have it. I cut this out, and this is our template for our tetrahedron, and I remembered not to cut out the little yellow tabs. Now, if you accidentally cut these off, that's not a huge deal, but you can either tape them back on, or you can just go ahead and make it without those, but these are really helpful. These will keep your tetrahedron together and then make it a little stronger. So now we need to fold on each line, and I'm going to do that now. Okay, so here we have our tetrahedron, and you can see how it goes together. You can play around with it. The tab's going to go on the inside right there, so we're not going to see the tabs in the end. And then I'm just going to use a little piece of white tape. You can also try using a glue stick, but I think you'll have more luck with tape on this one. And then you stick that tab in there, and you take your little piece of tape. You only need a little piece, and you fold it over. And then you're going to fold those tabs in and put your little tetrahedron together. And again, you just need a teeny bit of tape. We really don't want to waste our tape. You might need someone to help you with that. Little pieces. All right. Okay, we have our four tetrahedrons. All right, we are ready to build our pyramid. Okay, well now it's time to take our tetrahedrons and turn it into a pyramid. And this is called a Sierpinski's pyramid. Now if you have a hot glue gun and you have someone at home who can supervise you and make sure you do it safe and help you, then a hot glue gun is a great call to use for this project. However, I'm going to show you how to do it nice and safe with Elmer's glue. Okay, so first things first, we don't want to glue right on our workspace because it's going to get it all messy. So we're going to want to put something down. And we are going to get a little messy with this, so we don't want it to stick to that surface. So we can use some wax paper if you have some wax paper, or I'm just going to use an old Ziploc bag that was going to get thrown away. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. First of all, you have to get your design how you want it, right? You want to make that design right there with the triangle in the middle. Okay. And we're going to put that design on our plastic bag. And we're just using this plastic bag as a spot that is not going to get messy because we're going to put some Elmer's glue on it. All right? So we make our design. We're not going to worry about this one quite yet. And we open our glue, and we just put a little glue right on where the corners touch. And I know that that's kind of hard to see, but I'm going to try to show you here. So right there. And now, this is the hard part. We have to let it dry. So don't touch it, and let it dry. And come back to it in an hour or two, and we'll see where we're at. And then, when you're ready to put the final one on, eventually it will be glued. And then when you're ready to put the final one, you're going to have to balance this on top, and you're going to have to put a little glue on each of those tops, and you're going to have to glue it together. And this can be a little tricky. Sometimes you have to prop it up on the sides, push it in from the sides, and that's why a hot glue gun can really help in these situations to make it stick, but even with a hot glue gun, it can be pretty tricky. So just have patience and let the glue dry and try not to touch it and just leave it there. And then come back to it in an hour, okay? Okay, while we're waiting for that one to dry, eventually you'll end up with a little pyramid like this that's made of 4 tetrahedrons. And if you get really ambitious and you want a bigger challenge, you can always try to build this out. This takes 16, 4 of these. So it's all into the power of 4. This is a mathematical pattern that you can actually build out in 3D, and it never stops repeating. It keeps going, and it's the same pattern. It's really cool. I hope you have fun with it. I know that there will be some times that it's challenging or frustrating, but I encourage you to take deep breaths and give it a rest if you need to take a break and come back to it later. I'm going to come back and check on my work in about an hour or two and see if it's dry. All right, that's all for now. Stay safe out there and keep on making. Bye. Hello, makers. Welcome back to Making with Miss Dobras. This is my second official YouTube video, And I already have a special guest for my video, and you're going to love her. Let me find her. Where'd she go? Here she is. Oh, look at this girl. Yep, we got a puppy. This is Sunny, named after, her full name is Little Miss Sunshine. I figured we needed a little ray of sunshine during this crazy coronavirus time. And she is here to help introduce our project on tetrahedrons. As you can see, she likes them. She likes to chew on them. I don't know how helpful she's going to be quite honest. But we are going to be doing a project on tetrahedrons. And what's really cool about tetrahedrons is they're a four-sided shape. And if you have 4 of them, you can glue them together to make something called Sierpinski's pyramid. Woo! Oh, she just destroyed one of our Sierpinski's pyramids. But that's okay. We're makers. We'll just fix it. I don't think we're going to get a lot done with this one, so I thought I'd just introduce her, and then I'm going to put her back down on the ground. And we will get to making, okay? So say goodbye to Sunny. She'll be back on the next video. So always check back on the YouTube channel if you want more making projects, or if you just want to see how this cute little puppy grows up.